What if you had to choose between saving your partner or your best friend? It all started like any other night. I was at home when I got a call. My best friend Rachel had been in a car accident. Without thinking, I grabbed my keys and rushed to the hospital. But then, as I was heading out, my phone buzzed again. It was Mark, my boyfriend. "I'm at the bar. Something's wrong? I feel like I'm going to pass out," he said, slurring. I froze. Mark sounded off. He never called me like this, and I knew he had been drinking. But Rachel was my best friend. I couldn't leave her, could I? I decided to go to Mark first, figuring I could get him home safely and then head to the hospital. But when I pulled up, I found him stumbling outside the bar, barely able to stand. "I don't feel right," he mumbled. He looked sick, pale and dizzy. I quickly called him an ambulance. As I was waiting with him, he slumped into my arms, his eyes closing. I panicked. He was slipping in and out of consciousness, and I couldn't leave him now. The ambulance arrived minutes later, but I knew it was too late for Rachel. I couldn't help both of them. I chose to stay with Mark as they rushed him to the ER. The whole ride there, I kept thinking about Rachel. I hadn't even asked how bad her injuries were. When we finally arrived at the hospital, they took Mark into surgery. I sat in the waiting room, feeling torn apart. I still hadn't heard anything about Rachel. I pulled out my phone to text her, but I stopped myself. I wasn't sure if it would even help at this point. A doctor came in an hour later. "Your friend Rachel is stable. She made it through surgery." Relief washed over me. But then guilt. How could I have chosen Mark over Rachel? They both needed me. I spent the next few hours with Mark, watching him slowly wake up, confused but alive. He turned to me and whispered, "Thank you for being here." I wanted to say, "I'm sorry," but the words didn't come. I couldn't even explain why I felt so torn between them. The whole night felt like a blur. I helped Mark, but would Rachel ever forgive me for not being there when she needed me most?